brother.
All that?
All right.
Oh man.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode number 106 of the Land Podcast. My name is Ian.
I'm Rob.
I'm Derek.
We got some important MMA related news. The announcement of Bellator and PFL merging into one super company. What's this mean to you guys? Outside of the champions versus champions matchup, is there any other matchup, any other fights that you would look forward to in this?
Dude, I think it's huge. I think this year, like the past 2 years, PFL has done like a good job of like kind of establishing itself as being competitive with the UFC. Obviously the UFC is the UFC, but it kind of just felt like there was the UFC and then every other company kind of like knew their place, was like a tier below. But I feel like PFL has made some good movements, like acquiring Francis Ngannou, getting Jake Paul for like more publicity. You know what I mean? Maybe throw him in the cage, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And now acquiring Bellator's roster, which Bellator has a really good roster. You know what I mean? And I like the PFL's layout of like their in-season tournament and things like that. I think it's going to be good. Off the top of my head, like crazy fights, nothing crazy. I'd like to see like maybe like AJ McKee versus Shane Burgos, even though Shane Burgos hasn't done great in the PFL.
Right.
It feels like most of the people that the PFL acquires from the UFC don't do too great, but who knows? We'll see.
To me, I think it's something that had to be done because I know both organizations realize that we can't, especially because it's in like the same country too, like type deal. Like we can't, us being solo and being our separate organization, we're not going to be better than the UFC. Let's try something new. You know, we can combine our rosters, make some great fights. And yeah, you do have Jake Paul in there too, which, you know, now I feel like we're gonna hear even more of him. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. I'm glad it happened. So let's see what they do.
Yeah, that was a good point that you said, how it's hard to compete when you're in the same country, because like we see one is doing fantastic because they're taking over like the Asian market and all that, but I don't know, man. It's hard to say how well this will do, just because I think Dana White said that like you just need that marketing power and creating the story and having people want to watch a fight based off of the story that's happening. I know that Bellator had like a small I don't want to say Conor McGregor type person, but Danny Sabatello was like trying his hardest to market himself as like the bad dude, but on the other hand his fights were hella boring. So
You
it
got to
was,
win.
yeah. Yeah, that too. But like I can see a few stars coming through, like Usman Nurmagomedov. Unfortunately, he got busted though. Patchy Mix is doing fantastic. But it's everyone else is just hard to say because they're like on. I mean, Ryan Bader is still a champion, right?
He's a champion, but
It's just like it's hard to say that he's still gonna be a top dude, you know, just because we know his career in the UFC.
Like we're not gonna see Ryan Bader versus Francis, bro. That's not gonna.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But imagine.
Imagine.
I don't know. I would like to say that I'm excited for this, but I can't tell you. I don't think I've ever seen a live Bellator event or a live PFL event yet.
I think like you were saying, like I think with the right marketing, I think that's the biggest issue for Bellator and PFL is the marketing. I think they have stars with good personality, and I think they could be those superstars that attract attention in the organization.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just not getting enough love. You know what I mean? Like AJ McKee is a good young dude. Only had I think one loss, and it was a very controversial loss. You know what I mean? Like I think he could be like a big name, like a household name, but there's just no marketing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or
So I don't know. We shall see. I think that Jake Paul is I think he's trying his hardest to make sure that the PFL is uh at that level of competing with the UFC. I do like what Jake Paul is trying to do too with MMA in general, where he just wants he has the fighter's interest at heart rather than what Dana's doing with his fighters. So, um, big question marks. We shall see when that time comes with the champions versus champions matchup. But who was it? Is it Bellator that does that with Risen?
Yeah, they yeah,
Yeah.
did a cross promotion with Ryzen and them.
Yeah. Next up, I guess we could talk about UFC Fight Night, yeah? Quick shout out to Kyrgyzstan's native Kyrgyzstan, Oralbai. That
Jesus
dude
Christ.
is straight up like they found him in a fucking
In the woods.
yeah. They found him frozen in a fucking iceberg.
Dude.
He is the next avatar. But this dude, pretty much, I don't want to say dominated. He definitely got clipped in the first few minutes of the first round against Medic, but this dude looks very fun, very exciting. I love seeing these people, man. Him, Shavkat, Hamzat, where they just look so primal. What are you guys' thoughts on this fight?
Man, dude, it's crazy because how short notice was
4
Orobai?
days.
4 days is crazy. Against Medic is crazy.
Yeah.
Because Medic is a super talented dude. Like I feel like most people would not take that fight. Like and then like people were saying like Orobai doesn't have like internet or something like that. Like he doesn't use the internet. Like I don't know, something crazy like that. But like if you did, bro, I don't think he does. Because if he had fucking internet, there's no way he'd take Medic on 4 days notice,
Yeah,
bro. But
like
he
they
said
could
fuck
watch him
that.
fight. Yeah.
He said fuck that. That's crazy. Dude did good, bro. Give him fucking shit, bro. Nah. I was like, give him fucking Ian Gary, bro. No, I'm playing. But I don't know, man. I don't know how you really place Orobai after that.
There's a little meme going around that Oralbai and Clay Guida should fight.
I seen that. The fucking
Yeah.
that shit's funny.
The fight 50,000 years in the making.
Yeah, I thought he looked great in there. To come off 4 days notice is crazy. And talking about Ian Gary, like if you're not Ian Gary, like this is how you get your name out there today. You take the short notice fights and you give great performances like that. That's honestly the only other way that you will stand out.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about the Clay Guida fight. I don't know. Next, man.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree. It's like look what Diego Lopez is doing.
Exactly.
That short nose fight against Evloev. Really good fight. Got the loss, but that dude's what early main card fighter now, just
Yeah.
off of because
Just
of what he
performing.
was able to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So shout out to guys taking that shot. Dana White loves those dudes, the yes mans, you know. So
Yeah.
Amanda Ribas gets the TKO against Pinheiro. What a nasty fight that one was, dude.
That's good. Man.
Have you ever gotten a hematoma? Either of you guys?
A hematoma?
No, never in my
I
life.
don't think so.
Never in my life.
I wonder what it
Hematoma is
feels
brutal.
like.
Dude, yeah, never mind. Do you guys remember the
Mark Dominic?
Mark Hominick, yeah, against Jose Aldo?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. That shit scarred me for life.
Dude had a second brain growing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Amanda got some early damage on her face, but good fight.
Yeah.
What do you guys think is next for Amanda?
Man,
At strawweight.
what's the rankings looking like? I don't know. What do you think, bro?
We have. Let me give you some fighters.
Let me ask you
Richie's
one.
at 12, Loopy's at 11, Amanda's at 9, Dern at 8, Marina
Oh yeah.
Rodriguez at 7.
Amanda just lost to Macy Barber earlier this year.
Have Amanda and Marina have they fought?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like every
I don't think they have. But
They
I
could
feel like
do
scrap.
so go.
That'd be another scrap right there.
they
They
can
could
do
do
it.
Amanda and Tracy Cortez. They got canceled last year.
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
That's a good fight too.
Tracy's about to go on another 3-year leave, dude.
God damn.
3 year lead.
No, no.
Oh, I was like, damn, dead ass. Dude, that's a lot. I don't blame her for that, bro. That's a lot of shit going on, dog. Fucking a lot of personal
Dude.
life shit. Huh?
Oh, Ortega?
Yeah, Tracy Cortez and fucking Brian Ortega, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Motherfuckers bought a house together, got engaged, and then fucking bro dropped the fucking T City, bro. Fuck that.
um, Next was in the bantamweight division, Peyton Talbot gets the third round sub against Nick Aguirre. Dude looks promising. He got some interesting ass tattoos. Like he looks like he watches
The
anime
bleach
a little bit too
tattoo.
much or something.
The
Yeah.
bleach tattoo is cold, bro.
Um, Good future for that dude. But we'll move on to the next one. Chase Hooper versus Jordan Levitt. Submission in the first round. The grappling was crazy.
It
How'd
was
you guys
crazy,
like that
dude.
fight?
It's crazy because I thought Jordan Levitt would have like a little bit of the upper hand in the grappling, but Chase Hooper didn't just hold his own, bro. Chase Hooper looked good, good scrambles, but um, I forget because Chase Hooper does have a couple. I mean, some like earlier submission wins, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's crazy because like Chase Hooper is one of those guys. Like I don't know what to do with him. I never know what to do with him. Because he's still so young, like you push him a little bit too much, like too big of a step up in competition. It feels like he's kind of like at this wall, you know what I mean? Like in the rankings that he's just trying to get over, and, and every time he kind of gets nudged in that direction,
Mhm.
um, he kind of stops him. I don't know what to do with Chase Super next. Jordan Levitt probably gonna get cut. Not gonna lie,
Dang, for real?
just for the on the Mohawk alone, cut him, cut him,
On the haircut.
That dude's a
cut him.
character, man.
He is
Um,
a character.
this type of fight maybe like it just makes you like love the sport even more because even though we don't get fights like this all the time, we do once in a while. And for Chase Hooper to be on that side, on the dominant side of that, is fucking crazy to see, bro. The scrambles are crazy. Doing it with a guy like Jordan Levitt, who at the same time with Chase Hooper, like both these guys, you can't predict how they're gonna do in their next fight.
Yep.
So that's what made it so interesting. So to see Chase do great is obviously awesome. He has ups and downs. He has some holes in his games, which he clearly showed he's improving. So I don't know what you do with him next, man. Like King said, he is kind of stuck at this wall where you don't want to give him too high of a fighter because he's
Yeah,
gonna, you know, it doesn't really end well. So
yeah. It's crazy for me to think that Chase Hooper was like, I don't want to say a bust, but I thought he was going that way, but he's only lost 3 times.
Yeah.
I thought he'd lost a lot more than that because he was kind of. I feel like they were pushing him. The marketing team was pushing him to be the next best thing.
Well, yeah, there was that like big push of like, here's this generation of fighters under 21.
Yeah.
And then the UFC was just like, oh yeah, let's run with it, because they did the exact same thing at the same time with Macy Barber, and they're
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
maybe these two can be the youngest champions ever, if they can
Right.
win the belt by this day. And so the
Yeah.
UFC was like, wow, and both
Yeah.
of them. Uh,
It sucks that they do that. That's so crazy. I don't
it
know.
is crazy. There's because of that. There was literally some guy. I don't know who's in charge of that, bro. But there's literally some guy who's like, what if we ran? We try to have the two youngest UFC champions in history,
Yeah.
and because of that, like, I don't know. I'm not
Sage
gonna say that
Northcutt
affected
too.
matchmaking, and that affected these people's careers, and that
Yeah.
affected these people's lives. But whatever. What do I know? I don't know shit.
Yeah.
With Chase Hooper, if I'd like to see him and Bruce Leroy go at it again.
Yeah. That'd be
I
fun.
like that.
Seeing how good he looked in that last fight, yeah, I'd love to see that.
Right. Yeah. I really liked I mean, Chase Hooper looked fantastic in his last fight against Fiore, and then he looked fantastic grappling in this fight versus Levitt. Um, I I definitely want to see more of Levitt. I mean, sure, he won't probably be like a top 15 dude, but the guy's still he has a really great personality, and I think that's still what the UFC needs. Some more nice dudes, some more nice guys. In the welterweight co-main event, Michael Morales gets the decision over Jake Matthews. I did not watch this fight, so if you guys want to kind of break it down for me, that'd be dope. Was it anything exciting for Morales?
I also did not watch this fight.
So 3-round fight. It was a good back and forth stand up fight. That's all that was. I honestly have never seen Michael Morales get caught that many times, and he got caught with some big shots too, and he held his own. And honestly, I thought it was pretty close. And for him to get a win like that over Jake Matthews, like, yeah, it makes me excited for him. I'd like to see him and Alex Morona go at it next.
I like that.
Yeah,
You know, I think Morono's like 16 or something. I don't know.
like
Something like
just
that.
about to hit 15.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't give him Morono, you could give him a little bit of step up and give him Chiesa, who's 15, right? Or 14? Right? 15?
Yeah.
You know,
Take
get them in the
care.
rankings. That's all I want to see.
Yeah. Was it a like a 29-28 type of deal, or was it still 30-27s?
No, it's like a 29, 28. I don't remember the whole.
Oh, okay. Next was the main event. Brendan Allen gets the submission over Paul Craig in the third round. I just rewatched that first and second round to catch up. Dude, that the rear naked choke that Brendan Allen tried to put on him, and then Craig had the calf slicer to counter it. That's crazy. That's so crazy.
I'm not gonna lie though. Never mind. I'm not gonna go there.
No, go ahead. What were you guys saying?
I'm not gonna. Paul Craig is a professional fighter. Is a professional fighter and a much better grappler than me, and has, you know what I mean. But going for a calf slicer in an MMA fight, a high level MMA fight, is kind of crazy.
It's crazy.
Most guys are not going to tap to a calf slicer in a high level MMA fight.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, it hurts. Don't get me wrong. Especially like if the right pressure is applied, like, it's gonna hurt, bro. But I think a lot of dudes, especially when you're in the top 10 of the biggest MMA organization in the world, are not going to tap to a calf slicer.
They can deal with the pain.
Yeah, I think.
Oh.
Unless there's certain positions where, like, you can cause, like, you can tear ligaments, but like from that position, I don't know. But and what else was he gonna do, dude? Right? He was in fucking like bottom side control or bottom half guard. Well, what else was he gonna do from there? You know,
Still crazy though. It's just that's something you do in jiu-jitsu though. Like when you're rolling, like, you're not gonna do it in MMA.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I'm not saying nobody's ever hit it in an MMA fight
yeah.
before. Probably in some like amateur MMA fights, lower level professional MMA fights. But calf slicer is just, uh, I don't know, kind of crazy.
Maybe it'll work on like John Jones's tiny legs, huh?
Maybe, dude.
Never know. Do you guys think this is just the final straw for Paul Craig?
Man, PFL, Paul Craig, they're calling. Pick
Yeah.
up the phone. Dude, I like Paul Craig, man. I like Paul Craig, but I do think he's so up and down. He's probably one fight away from being cut, or probably going to get cut after this one, I think.
Mhm. What about you, Rob? Thoughts?
Thoughts on the fight?
Yeah.
Damn, I lost my shit. Yeah, Paul Craig looked overwhelmed by the striking. Brendan Allen surprised me with the better grappling too.
Yeah.
Dude, 4 straight submission wins for Brendan Allen.
It's so crazy. He's
Mhm.
he's
That's
on a
crazy.
roll, and I'm happy for him.
My, Logan,
Go ahead. No, you're
you
good.
go. All right, my thing is just like I like Brendan Allen a lot, dude.
Yeah.
And really, his only 2 losses, like in the UFC, are to like Sean Strickland, who is champ, and Chris Curtis, his teammate. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But like since the Chris Curtis fight, 6 straight wins, and 4 of them, the last 4 have been submissions. But like nothing like they're talking about him and fighting like the top 5 dudes, like give him like Jared Cannonier or give him like who else is up? I don't know.
Uh,
The rest of those guys that have been living up there
Whitaker.
for the last like 5 years fighting each
Yeah.
other. His win streak is not. I'm not gonna. And I like Brendan Allen. Is not crazy impressive. It's not crazy impressive.
I think it's impressive.
You think?
Yeah.
I think
But
the way
I
he's been winning is impressive, but he's beating
yeah.
like Sam Alvey, Jacob Malkoon. I don't know. Mooney. I don't know.
I it's probably just because I held Andre Muniz to such a high degree because of his victory over Souza, I think.
Yeah.
But like that was, fucking 2 years ago or something like that. And
Yeah.
he barely edged out Uriah Hall. But I don't know. I really thought Muniz was the next big thing. I thought his grappling was amazing, but losing to Brandon Allen, I was like, damn, who the fuck is this dude?
I think I just want to see Brendan Allen. I mean, fuck it, dude. Those guys are living up there anyway. Like those top 5 guys. So I feel like it'd be kind of pointless to give him like somebody from like 5 to 10 range.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I kind of want to see him tested, bro. We ain't really seen him tested in a minute. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, I get what you're saying with the his wins and the names of the ones he's gotten. I After this, I do want to see him be tested because honestly, Paul Craig, like we said all the time, bro, like we don't know which Paul Craig we're gonna get, and clearly we got the one that we didn't want again.
Mhm.
Um, a challenge for Brennan Allen. I don't think he's fought him yet. Is Jack Hermanson. I'd like to see that.
Oh, I
Oh,
like that.
I like that.
Another fighter who's great all around, who's
High
willing to
pressure.
stand. Yeah,
Yeah.
high pressure, who can go all 5 rounds. He could do another main event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I say Jack Hermanson as
And
a
that boy,
test.
yeah. And Brendan Allen has been mad busy. 3 fights this year, 3 fights last year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that boy is active. He wants to move up, bro.
Yeah.
Give it to him.
Yeah, I think it's hard for him to fight a big name like Costa or
Mm-hmm.
Whitaker just because you kind of feel like that should be saved for I don't know, like a pay-per-view co-main or something. But I think I really like the Hermanson fight. That could easily be like a 5-round fight night main event. Or maybe even Marvin Vittori. He's coming
I
off of
like
that
that.
gnarly loss from Cannonier. I think that'd be fun. But I think in terms of like testing Brendan Allen, Vittori is that dude because Vittori is the guy that can push 5 rounds and never fucking stops pushing,
Yeah.
So I think that'd be fun. But yeah, after seeing this performance, I mean, I'm a huge fan of Allen now. If you asked me this a year ago, I'd say I don't like him, but he just continues to prove me wrong. For Paul Craig, King said it right before the podcast. He was like, I just don't think moving to middleweight was the right move because he doesn't have the power to finish someone that's a little bit lighter than Paul Craig. He only has a grappling. The striking has never looked good at all. So maybe Paul Craig just has that weird ass body where he belongs between middleweight and light heavyweight. I don't
Like
know.
a 195 guy.
Yeah. So that sucks, but it is what it is for Paul Craig. I still like the attitude, but something's got to give. Maybe he needs to switch cams or something, work on the striking. I don't know. We have a break between now and Benil versus Arman Sarukian. Let's talk about F1, dude. Rob. Let me give you guys my experience with F1 because I still live in Vegas. Rob moved out to California last year, but the construction, the bullshit. I don't work on the strip, but thank God I don't because I don't want to deal with the traffic and the F1 stuff. But that first night, I'm kind of happy that first night fucked up, where like the loose pothole or something. It was just such a Las Vegas thing to happen. I don't know, but did you watch every single night, Rob?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. And for that pothole to happen to one of my favorite racers really fucking pissed me off.
Oh, yeah.
If that took Carlos Sainz out, bro, I would have been so pissed. Because that's another Ferrari racer that's out. It's like, what the fuck, man? Thankfully, it was nothing serious. Probably serious to their fucking wallet, but the race overall, I have nothing bad to say. Looking outside of it, like the bridges, how they were blurred out, I thought that shit was weird. People were just crowding around that shit like that. That didn't look safe at all.
Right. Yeah.
I will say shit like that. That was weird. But the race overall was great. Unfortunately, my boy fucking Hamilton didn't do so great. He ended up 7th.
Yeah.
Who else? Daniel Ricciardo with AlphaTauri. He stayed at the bottom of the list. That was hard to see. But to see Charles Leclerc do great, he got second. He ended up getting second. It was a back and forth war with him and Max Verstappen, who's from Red Bull. It's him and Sergio Perez who got Max got first. Obviously, that dude's fucking robot. There's no beating that guy right now. Sergio Perez, it's good to see a guy from Mexico get 3rd place. It was a good, it was overall a good race. There's nothing bad to say about it. Yeah, maybe you'll catch me there next year.
Yeah.
Now that they have an idea what Las Vegas is like.
Right.
Yeah.
First year's that trial run, they'll make it better.
Mm-hmm.
Second,
I will say, like Max Verstappen from Red Bull, like he had to pit and he ended up in 9th. And I told my wife at like lap 25 out of 50, I'm like, he's gonna win regardless. He's gonna come back up there, and that's what he did. And he's amazing, dude. Fuck him, bro.
I will say, yeah, like them shading out the bridge windows so that, like, I don't know, Las Vegas locals can kind of like catch a peek, and then the security guards yelling at them. That shit is crazy, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of happens. Like, you're not allowed to stand there and watch shit because when I was at the Golden Knights parade when they won the Stanley Cup, they didn't shade out the windows, but they did have security guards not let you just stand and watch on the bridge. But I don't know. It just feels so weird. I hate how like this is just me complaining because I don't have money, but I just hate how Las Vegas is turning into this place where only the top percentile of rich people can come and enjoy Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw
Okay.
it happen like beginning of when F1 tickets were open. It was what, like $1,000 for the cheapest seats or whatever, up to
Mm-hmm.
like a $50,000 package. And now because like they just severely underestimated how badly they do, they had to drop it down to where like locals can buy a ticket for like $300 now. So I was like, damn, dude, like for real, you're gonna do this to us? So it
Yeah,
just
F1
kind of
is
feels weird.
definitely it's definitely a gentleman's sport.
Yeah, yeah,
And I don't know, just seeing the pictures of it, like it just fits. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. It makes
Especially when
sense.
yeah, it makes sense. And like if you compare like the photos today from like back when they first did it, like it's just
Yeah,
fucking it's cool to see.
yeah,
But I get what you mean. Like the prices were fucking outrageous, dude.
crazy. Yeah,
Just for the most basic seats, like if you're like by the spear and shit, like it's crazy.
yeah. Even with like the Raiders too, like when the Raiders first moved here, I mean, of course you gotta hike up your prices for a brand new stadium, but it's not like the Raiders are some fucking Super Bowl team. And now they're gonna do the same thing with the Athletics. It's not like the Athletics are some great ass fucking playoff team.
Dude, why don't you just go catch an Aces game, dude? Like a world champs.
Dude, Aces tickets are like $10 for floor.
Exactly. Back to back world champs.
I
Jesus.
I dead ass would like to see one. But yeah, it's bittersweet how Las Vegas is getting sports teams and it's fun and I would enjoy it, but it also sucks because my broke ass is complaining about the ticket prices and shit like that.
Yeah, I guess the only upside of seeing like the Raiders and A's and shit is like now you can go see your own team play
Yeah,
without having to travel to another state. So
yeah, that's true.
it's gonna be good. And you know it's the A's, bro. Your team's gonna beat them anyway. So
Yeah. Watch out, bro. Did you hear the news that the Los Angeles Dodgers are pushing extremely hard to grab not only Shohei Ohtani, but Mike Trout as well.
That's crazy.
too much.
That's crazy.
Unlimited money. That is ridiculous. I can't believe that.
Imagine.
All that just to choke in the fucking playoffs.
Um, is there anything else you guys would like to talk about? We're about 36 minutes in.
Yeah. I just wanted to shout out mac and cheese, the best Thanksgiving Day side. That's all.
No ways.
Favorite side?
What do you mean, no way?
Mac and cheese?
Yes.
That's
Stuffing
crazy.
is a close second.
Stuffing is my number one. Easily number one.
Yeah.
It's a close second. It's
Mac
mac and
and
cheese,
cheese?
stuffing, and the rest. Maybe you could put yams in there somewhere, but
Wait,
that's
do you
with
call
the
it
mac and
stuffing or
cheese.
dressing?
Uh, it depends on what house I'm at.
Okay. Stuffing is number one. Stuffing,
Stuffing,
cranberry sauce.
low key, bro. If I'm calling it stuffing, it's probably the stovetop stuffing, bro. And stovetop stuffing is gas. Don't get me wrong.
It is, yeah.
All right, but if
Put it on
somebody
my
made
butt.
it like from scratch, you could tell the difference when you're looking at it. I see it. I say that's dressing.
Mm.
What about your pies?
Number
Pies.
one,
Say something crazy. It's pecan.
it's a tie between pumpkin and custard pie for me.
Custard.
Custard.
What is
Look at
custard
his
pie?
face. Look at his face.
What is custard pie?
What do you what's custard pie? It's
Like
just,
what
you ever
is
had
it?
like custard?
It's just custard in a pie shell.
Yeah, pretty much. And you bake it and it's not as like loose as like custard in a donut, but it's a little bit more like
Huh.
stiff form.
Always sound-
I don't know. Is that a Hawaii thing, Rob?
Custard pie?
I've
Because
never
I
seen
know
it.
they sell it at Zippy's.
I've seen like pudding pie, like chocolate pudding pie.
Nah,
I've never seen like a custard pie.
nah. I'll show you, bro.
Bet.
I'll show you my custard pie. What about you, Rob?
It's pumpkin
What's your top side?
stuffing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, same.
Yeah, stuffing and pumpkin pie. That's
So good.
my shit. Some honey baked ham as the fucking.
Oh yeah, you're a honey baked ham guy.
Honey baked ham is the move.
That's
It's
my
good.
shit.
Honey baked ham and the dark meat turkey.
Oh
I love
yeah.
that.
And then you put everything on your plate and mix it together like a fucking degenerate, dude.
Yeah.
Like a KFC famous bowl.
You motherfucking.
Damn, man. I think Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday.
Your
For
guys'
sure.
family like ever make like not anything weird, but like something that's like specific to your family, like a dish that's specific to your family.
Not on Thanksgiving Day, but my mom saves the turkey bones and she boils it and she makes a congee out of it.
Mm.
A nice hearty congee, yeah.
Ooh,
That shit is so good.
sounds kind of gash.
Maybe rice. We'll cook maybe like 2-3 cups of rice as a little side, but with mashed potatoes and rice, it gets kind of heavy.
Pretty gash. What you, Rob?
What about you, Rob? Pancit or what?
Lumpia.
I love lumpia. Shit sounds
Does Amber
good.
make anything like tamales or something?
Sometimes tamales.
So fucking racist.
Elote?
um, she can make elote. Sometimes she'll make some Salvadorian dishes too.
Ooh.
Is she Salvadorian?
She's both, so I get a little mix of the best of both foods, bro. It's
Yeah,
fucking awesome.
Nice. Are you gonna be in Cali celebrating?
For Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Christmas, same thing. New Year's, I might be home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
No, shoot.
I haven't
No,
shot my
shoot.
Glock in like, I don't know, last time we shot.
That motherfucker's collecting dust, ain't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Real shoot.
All right, brothers. We shall wrap it up. What is your guys' song suggestions?
You broke my you broke my heart by Drake.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go with She by Tyler the Creator and Frank Ocean.
I'm gonna go Devils by Sir.
By Sir.
Sir?
Bet. All right,
Dude,
brothers. We shall see y'all next week when we talk about am I getting my shit right? 1, 2. Yes. Next week when we talk about Armand versus Benil Dariush fight night, Hellastat card. We have a great Thanksgiving. Thanks for the support. Peace out.
peace.
Later.